Hey world. So, as those of you who have seen my prior videos know, I used to have a whole row of shelves full of Transformers here. Now there's a big empty space and some mold. So, I was a dummy, and you can kind of see it here. When I moved down here, I didn't really think ahead much, and I put a whole bunch of wood shelves directly up against the carpet. And the two that were here are actually the worst case because I had to trim the bottom, I don't know, maybe inch, 3/4 of an inch off of the bottom little leg parts to make it fit because I couldn't get it to not hit the ceiling. So that actually left a whole bunch of exposed particle board that was then sitting right up against the carpet, so there wasn't any kind of lamination or anything like this has. It was just the unfinished cut portion of the wood, and that made the bottom shelf also sit directly on top of the carpet with no space underneath it. So the fact that this is a basement, and every once in a while when it rains the kind of water table comes up a little bit, normally isn't a problem because it dries out and the air gets to it, but in this case it was sandwiched right up against a bunch of wood, so it grew black mold. Super fun. So yeah, I found that this past weekend, and I spent all day Sunday moving all of the stuff that was on these shelves. This is a lot's changed since my last videos. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So much stuff to talk about. But yeah, so I moved all my Transformers upstairs. And that took quite a while, and I didn't have the time to put them all into vehicle mode and stuff like I wanted, so they're all kind of in boxes. I was as careful as I possibly could be, but I'm kind of terrified that stuff's gonna get broken or bent or scuffed, or I don't even know. I'm dreading having to take all that stuff back out, and I don't even have replacement shelves yet, so that's getting ahead of myself. I'm about to clean all this stuff up. This kind of puts me in a position where I now think that I can probably focus on this stuff, which honestly has been what I've been really into for the last like half a year, and I don't really foresee that changing. I have big plans for my soon-to-be city. That table's going to be probably twice as large, if not more, at this point, and that's pretty much my issue right now. I'm not going to dump all my old Beast Wars stuff because most of this is from when I was a kid. It's either all my old personal Beast Wars stuff or the Japanese Beast Wars and Beast Wars, or Beast Wars 2 and Beast Wars Neo. Or Beast Wars the Second, sorry. Don't yell at me in the comments for saying that wrong. I'm never getting rid of that stuff. Beast Wars is like what got me into Transformers when I was growing up. So that stuff's part of my collection. I don't really see myself getting rid of any of my Masterpiece stuff. Like maybe Inferno, maybe Sunstreaker, because like I don't really have much of an attachment to either of those characters, but even so, they're great display pieces, and they don't really take up a whole lot of room, so I think I'm going to hang on to all that stuff. I think what's going to happen is that my cartoon collections, like the RID and Prime, are probably going to either go into storage or get sold off. I'm probably going to consolidate the original Chugs and later Prime Wars stuff as much as I possibly can, and basically just try to take up as little room as I can with that stuff and not kind of take up the whole wall like it was before, because I really do want to get a bigger table. I probably want to get another kind of long table or bar set up over there to put some other modular Lego stuff on, or some of the kind of standalone temple sets. You can kind of see it back there. I've got a whole bunch of other random stuff stacked up in front because I had to move everything off these shelves, and everything's kind of in crazy disarray right now. It is an absolute mess. So I have finished taking apart and trashing all of the wood shelves. I have not been able to move this massive chunk of wood. It's rather heavy, and it's kind of sunk into the carpet, so I'm going to need to, that's going to be a project for probably Friday or Saturday or something. Right now I just want to get this whole area cleaned up, get the mold taken care of. So yeah, that is basically what I'm going to start on now, so wish me luck. I've never done this before. Alright, well, it's been about 10 minutes since I sprayed the mold killer stuff on. Gotta wipe this off and then use this other triple action scrubby dubby. Scrubbity bub bubs. So much scrubbing. I think this carpet's just toast, man. Alright. I've been scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing, and I kind of feel like my body's about to fall off, so I think I'm done. Looks much better. Still definitely some slight darkness. I think the carpet's just stained. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything about that. This was so dumb of me.